In this video, we're going to go through a complete step-by-step guide on how to get your real estate license in the state of Wyoming. Plus, we're going to cover a couple important things like how to pick the right brokerage to avoid failure. And at the end of the video, we're going to go through a complete breakdown on the costs associated with getting your license so you know exactly how much to budget. Let's dive right into the video. My name is Chris with the Empire Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. Before we get started, I want to offer you our free How to Get Licensed and Start Your Real Estate Career Guide. Everything in this video plus a little bit more is inside that guide. So if you want to click and get your copy, there's a link down in the description below so you can get your copy today. Oh, and by the way, if you think this video is helpful, smash the like button because it helps the channel grow and we definitely appreciate it. So before I go into all the steps, I want to go over some of the basic requirements that you're going to have to meet before you start this process. The very first one is you have to be 18 years old or older, and you have to have a high school diploma or a GED. The next requirement is you're going to have to be a legal US resident, and you're going to have to be able to pass a background check that shows that you don't have anything on your record like felonies that may prevent you from getting your real estate license. The very first step to getting your real estate license is taking your real estate pre-license education classes. Now, in Wyoming, you're required to take 68 hours of state-approved pre-license education, and yes, I know, 68 hours is a lot of time to sit in a classroom taking real estate classes, especially if you have a 9-to-5 job or a crazy busy work schedule. Because of this, we highly recommend you check out Colibri Real Estate School. They offer these classes online and you can do them at the flexibility of your own schedule, and the students really love them. So if you want to check out different sales and discounts, there's an affiliate link down in the description below and we highly recommend them. Once you complete your 68 hours of state-approved pre-license education classes, you're going to want to take a week and do some studying. The truth is, this test has a pretty high failure rate, and I want to give you some quick tips to increase your odds of passing the test. So the very first thing I would do is I would take a week or two to time block 1 hour a day to sit down and study, whether that's reading through textbooks or just going back through some of the material that was provided by your real estate pre-license school, and just study that. Spend an hour or two every single day, 5 days a week, just learning more information and retaining that information. The next tip I want to give you is finding a real estate study buddy. Finding somebody that's going to go through this process with you and study, maybe you can get some flashcards and quiz each other back and forth, will be a total game changer. Having someone that's going to go through this process with you will make it a lot more interactive, a lot more fun, and you're probably going to retain a lot more of the information because you're having fun, you're quizzing each other, and you have someone that's holding you accountable to actually sit down and study for that hour a day. Last but not least, if both of these methods are not working for you and you're just finding it too boring to sit down and study, or you just can't find a real estate study buddy to go over flashcards with, you might want to look at Prep Agent. I use Prep Agent to pass my real estate exam, and what Prep Agent does is they are like a test-like simulation tool that's going to put you through a very realistic test-like simulation. And as you go through this, it's going to be telling you why you're answering certain questions wrong and why you're answering certain questions right. It's super interactive. It's really fun to use, and this gave me the confidence to actually go pass my real estate exam. So I highly recommend it, and if you want to check them out, there's an affiliate link down in the description below for that as well. It's called Prep Agent. Once you feel confident that you're ready to take the exam, it's time to schedule your exam with Pearson VUE. In Wyoming, you're required to schedule your exams with Pearson VUE, which is a third-party testing company, and you can go on their website or give them a call. I would give at least a couple days notice to make sure that they have time on their calendar that works for you so you can go in and take the test. On test day, you're going to want to bring a couple basic things. The very first thing is a basic non-scientific calculator for the math portion of the exam, and you're going to want to bring 2 basic forms of identification to get you into the testing center on test day. Once you complete the exam, you're going to know right away if you passed or failed. If you did fail, you can reschedule. You're going to be charged another fee to go retake the test, but it's not the end of the world. A lot of the top agents throughout the country failed the exam the very first time around, and it's not an indicator that you're going to be a bad real estate agent or you're going to be bad at real estate at all. It just means you have to study a little bit more, come back, and retake the test. Now, if you did pass the exam, it's time to celebrate. You got through a lot of huge milestones so far, and you passed the exam. This is a major milestone in this entire process, so take a step back, celebrate, and pat yourself on the back. The next step is to start looking for a sponsoring broker. This is one of the more simple parts of the process, but it's one of the more important parts of the process, because if you didn't already know, 87% of all real estate agents that get into this business fail out of the business. So out of everybody in your real estate classes, only about 13% are going to make it and build a successful career. So finding the right mentor, finding the right broker is super important, because one of the biggest complaints new agents make is that they just don't know what to do. They're not sure, they don't have any guidance, they don't have any mentorship, and they want to be successful, but they just don't know what activities they're supposed to be doing every day to become successful. So I want to give you a couple basic tips that I would ask and things that I wish I knew to ask when I first got my license and when I was sitting down with brokers, seeing who was going to be the right fit for me. First question to ask is, do they provide mentorship, and how long do you have access to a mentor for? Ideally, you'll have access to a mentor for the first 3 to 5 deals. Your first 3 to 5 deals are the hardest deals because you don't know what to do and anything could come up. Every real estate transaction is different. And if you don't have a mentor that you can call or reach out to, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to get stressed out, and you might quit before you even get started. So having a mentor for those first 3 to 5 deals is a total game changer, and it's a question that I would definitely ask with every brokerage that you meet up with. The second thing I would ask is if they have any training programs or training modules in place that you can follow when your mentor is not around. Having a good mentor is important, but the truth is they're probably going to be selling real estate on their own already, and they're not going to be able to sit with you every single day and go through all the little tedious things you need to do to get your business off the ground. So having some kind of a training module or some kind of a system to follow that's going to walk you through just getting licensed as a new agent all the way to building your business up to a successful, profitable business is what you want. You want weekly classes, daily classes, or even just video modules to go through on your own time. This will make a major difference when you pair it with a good mentor. So that's the second question I would ask. The third question I would ask is, how are you going to get business? Getting business is one of the most challenging parts of this whole industry. The majority of people that fail out of the business fail because they couldn't generate business. They didn't know how to market themselves. So asking the brokerage that you're going to align yourself with how they're going to teach you how to get business is a very important question, because some brokerages will tell you just contact your sphere of influence, just contact your friends and family. And it's true. Many people have built 6-figure businesses and are very successful just by using this marketing method alone. But if you don't have a huge network, you might need to build your business in a different way. And you might want to ask if they provide leads, if they're going to teach you how to market. You want to go to a brokerage that is going to help you build your business the way that you want to build your business. It's not one size fits all, and asking these questions are very important. Now, if you are looking around at brokerages, definitely reach out to me, because we're looking for new partners at Team Power Unit, and I'd love to get on a quick call with you and see if I can help you out. So click the link down below and I can jump on a 30-minute conference call with you and see if I can point you in the right direction, and maybe even want to partner with us. Once you find your sponsoring broker, you're going to take everything that you've done so far and submit for your license application. This is the very last step of the process. So you're going to submit your completed real estate pre-license education work. You're going to submit your past real estate exam, your past background check, and then you're going to wait to hear back from them. After your application gets approved, you will be a full-time agent. But before we wrap the video up, I do want to give you some information on how much it's actually going to cost to get this entire process done, because I know budgeting is a big part of this process. So let's dive into some of those numbers right now. The very first thing you need to budget for is your real estate pre-license education. I would budget between $350 and $750 to get this done. Next, you have your background check. I would budget between $50 and $100 to get this done. Then you're gonna have your license application fee, which is about $100. And the real estate exam is gonna cost you about an additional $100. Last but not least, I would budget an additional $200 to $500 depending on which brokerage you go with, and E&O insurance. As you can see, getting licensed doesn't cost that much money, and this industry has tremendous opportunity. The hardest part is getting your pre-license education done and passing your exam. So if you're looking to become a real estate agent this year, drop it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you have any questions about getting your license, drop that in the comment section below. If you like this video and you enjoy content for real estate entrepreneurs and geared towards building your real estate empire, smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.